Hi, this is Thesia of Ellis Family Farms, and it's another gorgeous day. You just never know what the weather's going to be like, but I'm okay with that. So today I'm going to be working inside anyway, because I want, you got to find something to do someday. I mean, we've got, I get where there's so much to do that I get overwhelmed, and you just got to make a choice. And this is a choice I've made today. And I have to admit, I took a couple of days off because years ago, I was diagnosed with some sort of autoimmune disease. I don't know what it is. The doctor at the time didn't know what it is. He goes, if it's important to you and we need to find out what it is, then we'll start doing more testing. But right now, just know that for some reason your body attacks itself sometimes. And so I was having a lot of trouble with fatigue, and you know, you try to fight through fatigue and suck it up, and I couldn't do it. I ended up sleeping took a 3-hour nap the other day. So I'm better, you know, not 100%, I'm probably about 95%. So I'm back at it because life goes on. But let me show you what I'm going to get down to do today and in preparation for more. This is the spare bedroom. And of course we painted it several months ago. But it's also coming to a storage area. And this is not the kind of storage I want to have. So I'm going to take all this stuff out of here. Find someplace else for it. And get ready to put flooring in here. This is the room I want to be able to put my freezers and chest freezers and I don't know, maybe a spare, but I don't know. But like this full wall here, I want floor to ceiling shelves, because this is where I'm gonna keep my food. I want to have places to put my food and not have to walk out to the barn to get it done too. So I'm going to have to think about how I want to do this. I mean, do I want to put a freezer here and this whole wall with shelving and maybe a couple of refrigerators? Well, then you have to make it difficult to get into that closet. But I have to decide. I may want this whole thing full of shelving too, and I have to think about it as I go. But for right now, what I can decide is I've got to get this stuff out of here and get it ready for some flooring. And that's what I'm going to do. That looks different. I did discover, it's echoing here again, huh? I thought that I had pulled up there was old carpet in here. And I thought I had pulled up all the staples and stuff, and I think I did through here somewhere, but you can see all along this corner here, those are staples that did not get pulled up out of the floor. So I am going to have to go back through here and get that. How far does it go? Apparently all the way to that corner. Apparently I didn't get that much done. That looks better. I was hoping that'd be ready, but it's not. And I exercised this morning, but apparently I just don't have that much more in me today. So I'm getting better, but apparently I'm not there yet. I guess another thing I had want to talk to you guys about, and I don't, you know, I mean, every once in a while I'll have a little bit of a rant and stuff. I have to admit, I'm grieving my country, and I'm not talking about the election. I mean, not in a literal sense. I'm grieving how easily people have just given up all their freedoms in the name of health. Like, put on the mask because you don't want to make anybody else sick. Well, are you sick? Are they sick? You know, if you're healthy, why are you putting something over your face? You know, that, and I heard I probably can't repeat the analogy that well, but you'll get the message is when you breathe out, that's an exhaust. When you breathe in, that's intake. Well, when you cover the exhaust, it's like sticking a tailpipe back into your mouth from the exhaust. And, you know, you guys are poisoning yourselves, you know, in the name of health. Well, what's the logic in that? And I say that it's not the presidential election per se. I've come to determine years ago that whomever is president has very little to do with what happens with what happens with us. I mean, if you think about it, you can name bad things that happen under Republicans, you can name bad things that happen under Democrats, and if you actually study history with a critical eye on both sides and not the Kool-Aid that you're drinking from whichever side that you're on, you will determine, yeah, that's true. It's and I try to tell people it's the corporations that run the country, and people just kind of go, yeah, whatever. Okay, so special interest groups, they pay those politicians and other people a lot of money. I mean, we've all known for years and years that Roundup causes cancer, and even judges for a long time were going, oh no, it doesn't cause cancer. One judge even said that you don't have the right to determine the quality of food that you put into your mouth. What? I mean, I do not have the right to put healthy food in my mouth. Somebody else has to make that determination. And do we care whose president was in office when that happened? No. I mean, I don't. So, and with that philosophy, think about where your money's going. Thinking about, that's what, we could say our vote counts. Okay, I voted. I'll let you know. I voted. But my money is a bigger indication of my vote. And I can do it over and over and over again, determining every day, every time I spend something, determine where it goes to determine what actually happens with something. And I by myself and just a handful of people will not make a huge difference. But if you think about it, and dare I say, pray about it, because we're all grieving our country. Oh my gosh, what's up with all these people rioting? What's up with people killing each other in the streets? What's up with the cops going crazy and doing stuff? What's up with all the smart cops quit? You realize the smart cops are quitting. I would, if I had to worry about people gunning me down because I'm a cop, I'd be out there too. So we're going through tumultuous times, and I'm afraid it's not going to get a lot better for a long time, regardless of who the president is. And I don't believe that's what's making me, well, I mean, it's probably contributing to the way I've been feeling the last few days. And no, I don't have COVID. I haven't, I have to admit, I do have a phobia of the mask. And I have personal reasons for that I won't get into. And Kenzie's starting basketball season next week in her first game, and I'm going to have to wear that dadgum mask while I'm in the court in there because I love my granddaughter and I'm going to be there, but it's going to be a struggle for me not to cry all the way through those basketball games, and we're talking about 6 of them next week. I'm struggling with that. Pretty darn bad. And I believe, all of you guys are going, but, if you could just save one life. Bull, guys. Come on. If you're not sick, how are you going to make them sick? And you wearing a mask is not going to keep them from getting sick. And if you have COVID, the numbers indicate that you're not going to help them anyway. Ooh, I have a story about that. And this is I find it interesting. I don't know what to take from it, but it is interesting. So an extended family, people I know personally, over the fall break, took a trip to Colorado. And we're talking about 18 people in one house. And that included let's just say 18 people in one house. So these guys had a week of loving on each other, playing board games, checking stuff out. And when they're in the house, they weren't wearing masks. And they, kissing babies, hugging on each other, cooking together, eating together, being together, all in one house. 18 people is a lot of people in one house. Well, one of the members of the family did end up with the COVID virus. They don't know where she got it. She may have picked it up while they were out somewhere else or something, but regardless, she ended up with the symptoms. She ended up with I think she lost her sense of taste and sense of smell, and had picked up a pretty good cough. I do not remember if she got a fever or not. But did you know that no one else in that house caught it? And we're talking about, they were several days together. Even during the incubation period and after she exhibited symptoms, they were all together, and she's the only one that came down with it. And what broke my heart about the whole thing is she was scared to death. She was scared for her life over this COVID virus. I think that's what hurts me more than anything else. This thing has been blown up so bad that people are afraid. And that just hurts my heart. So I guess I'm done. I guess I'm done for the day. I don't do this very often, but this has been weighing on my heart for a long time. And those of you who have been my friends for a long time know it's been weighing on my heart for a long time. You know, part of it is it was different when it was everywhere else in the world, and now it's here in our little town. And these people are just scared to death. And my heart hurts for them. For a cold virus that has completely stopped the economy worldwide. For a cold virus, people. And if you disagree with me, I'm sorry. You know, last time I looked, this was still America, and we're supposed to have freedom of speech. I mean, Twitter and Facebook and stuff like that, maybe not, we'll agree with that. But guys, this is still America. We ought to have the right not to wear the mask. We ought to have the right to state what our opinions are, and whether you agree with them or not. If you don't agree with them, don't listen. Go somewhere else. Do something else. Don't stop people from having their own opinion. You know? So, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for a whole lot of stuff. I'm sorry that if this was a downer today. I'm sorry that if you disagree with me. You know? But if you do agree with me, like and share this. You know? Live until you die, people. Live until you die. Have a good day.